Hey all you YouTubers, I'm back today. I got this 63 Chevy II Nova. I want to show you guys. I'm going to put it up for sale as well, so I want to go through it. I got a little sunshine here. I want to show it to you while the sun's shining. So let's take a quick look at it before the clouds come over. Alright, let's go. Okay guys, let me get my camera adjusted here. Alright, I'm going to do a quick walk around of it. 63 Chevy Nova. Chevy 2. You guys can see how nice it is. Nice and clean. Again, this is a car that I purchased. And I've had it for a few years. But like I said before, I got too many cars and I just need to let a few of them go. I like to see them go to good homes. You know, it's definitely worth someone taking it and loving on it. It's a cool little car, but I wanted to get it at least to walk around while the sun's shining so you guys can see how nice it looks. Okay, so this is a 4-door, and some people don't like them, but I always have liked the 4-doors. And you know, back in the day when we cruised, at least when I was a kid, if you got to cruise, most of you guys, if you got to cruise, you had to drive whatever mom and dad had in the driveway, and most of the time it was a 4-door. So a lot of us cruised in 4-doors back in the day, and that's what this one is. And the price of 2-doors, I mean, this car, if it was a 2-door, would be a really high price because it's so nice, but it's not. It's a 4-door, so I'm asking a little less for it. But 4-doors are actually becoming very popular now because people can't afford 2-doors. I mean, yeah, they can't afford 2-door cars, so they tend to buy 4-doors, because they're a little cheaper and a little more affordable. So, and this one here definitely is. It'd make a great cruiser for somebody. But anyhow, let's take a look around it. I'll tell you some of the things I've done to it. Let's open the hood up here first of all. All right, and we got the little 194 6-cylinder. It runs good, doesn't have any problems with it, and I can show you guys here what I've done to it. First of all, I want to tell you the power steering. It's kind of weird. This guy ordered this car. It's pretty bare bones, but he did order power steering on it. And I can tell you the guy I bought it from, his aunt and uncle owned it. And his uncle died, and his aunt, his uncle had several cars. He had quite a few Chevy II Novas, some really nice stuff, and she wanted him to just sell them. So he was selling them for his aunt, and I bought this one from him. He had one Chevy 60, I think it was 64 Chevy II SS. That was a really nice car, but it was out of my price range. So anyhow, the power steering on it was bad on it. So I've replaced the entire power steering because it was a kind of a can of worms. Once I started working on it, it seemed like it needed everything. So I put a new power steering pump, new hoses, new rack on it. I mean, everything's all new. So that's all new. It's also got a new little 1-barrel carburetor on it. Starts and runs great. I'll start it up here in a little bit. It doesn't sound anything like that truck did last night, but it's a nice looking little car. Clean, good car to cruise around in. I haven't done anything to the motor as far as painting it because this car's low mileage and it's original, and they're only original once, so I like to kind of leave it alone, but doesn't even have power brakes, which is pretty common back for the day. There's your voltage regulator. Alternator's down there, of course, and the radiator. I put new hoses and belts on it, so it's got that. New radiator hoses. I did a complete major tune-up on it. Plugs, wires, distributor cap, rotor, points, all that. I will tell you that, and I put it, it had the original coil on it, but it went bad on me, so I stuck this high performance coil off one of my other cars on there, but I got a new one ordered. I'll put another brand new coil on there for you guys, whoever buys it. But that one's not going with it. It doesn't need a high performance coil on a 6-cylinder, so I'm going to keep that. It's got a new starter on it. See that down there? And the fuel line, I got a new fuel pump on it. I got a filter here. I got another filter here, and I ran the line up around here and behind the engine, just because the old line, I didn't like the way they run, because they run over the top of the motor and they tend to vapor lock on you. So I just ran the line back there behind the engine so it isn't in the have to feel the heat of the motor. It's got a new battery in it. All right, out here I put new bumpers on it, front and back. As you can see, they're real nice, brand new. And we'll do a quick walk around here again, show you the back bumper. There's the back bumper on it. Like I said, it's a real nice car. These wheels and tires, these are 13-inch tires. They're the original wheels. I like the way they look like this. I did put some white letter tires on it. I think it looks good. I put some beauty rings on it, and it had the original hubcaps on it when I bought it, and I'm really surprised. Let me open up the trunk here, guys. We'll show you inside the trunk too while I'm showing you some other stuff. There's the spare tire right there, and as you can see inside the trunk, I think you can see this pretty well. I mean, it's just real nice and clean in here. Still got the original spatter paint in it. You know, it's in real good shape. The original hubcaps, I'll show those to you. They're here in the back seat. All right, here they are. Here's the original 4 hubcaps that were on it when I bought it. They're in pretty nice shape, as you guys can see. So there they are. They're all there. They go with the car, whoever buys it. I don't need them. This one here is kind of banged up, and all 4 of them got like splits in them right here. And I didn't want to lose them because they were on the car when I bought it, so I took them off because I was afraid I was going to lose them. I didn't really like the way they look, and since I put those little beauty rings on there, I bought something here for this car. I found it on the internet, which I'm going to show my age here. So, how many of you old guys have ever heard of Lee Eliminators? Lee Company back in the day, Lee Accessories, they used to make all kinds of stuff for cars. So this is a set of baby moon hubcaps, and when I take the car to a show or something, I'll pull these out and I'll put them on the car. But then when I leave, I take them off because I don't want anything to happen to them. These are steel baby moon hubcaps. They're not the plastic garbage like you buy today. They are made in Taiwan though, but that's okay because back then a lot of stuff was made in Taiwan. So I'm going to slap a couple of these on so you guys can see what it looks like with them on. I'll grab one more. Like I said, I always take these off and wrap them up and put them back in the box whenever I'm done with the show because I don't want to lose them. I mean, I'll probably never find another set. I was really lucky to find these. I was totally amazed when I saw them on the internet for sale. But I mean, they're just real nice looking hubcaps. They look great on the car. So all right, there we go. All right, guys. What do you think of that? You like that look? I think that look is great. Makes the car look really good. Gives it the old school look. And those beauty rings, they're plastic. Unfortunately, I couldn't find steel beauty rings that were 13-inch wheels. But I still think it looks really good with them. You know, it looks really nice. So you guys can see that. Unfortunately, the clouds came over, so I don't have much sun anymore. But, so what do you guys think of that? You like that? So that's what those look like. And we'll show you some other stuff I got here in the trunk. So when I bought this car, it did not have a jack. There's a jack. I found that on eBay, bought it. So that's a jack that I found. It goes with the car. And right here I got a set of brand new carpet for the car. It's black. I'm going to put it in there, or maybe not. If I get time, I will. Anyhow, it's got a floor mat in it now, a rubber floor mat. Like I said, the guy that bought this car he bought it bare bones. So, and back here we've got, in this box, we've got a fuel sending unit for the gas tank. That's the old one's in there. It's got a brand new one in it, and this is a brand new fuel pump. I bought a couple fuel pumps off of eBay and I put them on there, and they didn't seem to work too well, so I just ended up buying a new one. and put new fuel lines on it and all that. So, and then in this box we got a box of goodies here that goes with the car as well. So we got, this is the original 4-blade fan that was on the engine. I got a 6-blade fan on it now, a flex fan, just to make sure it cools better. This is a set of door seals for the rear doors. I got a brand new set of seals on the front doors already, but the rear ones I haven't put on yet, but these go with the car, obviously. All this stuff goes with the car that's in this box. Here's a transmission filter kit. I will tell you that I took the pan off the transmission and put a shift kit in it so it shifts a little better. Little Chevy II metal plate there. It's kind of cool. I got that at, I don't know, swap meet or something. And what do we got here? Oh, this is for the power steering. Some paperwork for that. There's the old U-joints. I put new U-joints in it. The old ones are fine, but I just put them in. And here's the belt, the covers for the belt, so you know what size to get. Oh, and I did put it only had one rear view mirror on the driver's side, and I bought a pair of mirrors, so it's got brand new mirrors on it. This here is the oil cap for the engine. It's already got one on it, so I'm not even sure why that's in there. This is rear backup wiring kit. I put that in the car, so it's got backup lights. There's one of the old fuel pumps. This is a dash piece. I'll show that to you. This is the old one. I'll show you the new one. And the steering, not the steering, but the turn signal, when you turn left, it doesn't cancel. This is a new piece to put in the steering column to make it cancel right. So I've got that. Down here I've got these lenses here. I've got red and white lenses. They go right here in the tail lights. So you can pop those tail lights out, and these lenses go to replace those. They're brand new. I haven't put those in yet either, but they go with the car. Here's an assembly manual for a 62, but this is a 63, but they're pretty much all the same back then. And then we got a transmission pan, another transmission pan gasket there. We've got a set of lifters here, and we got a timing chain for the 6-cylinder engine there. And then these are the visor hold downs where they screw into the ceiling and they hold the visors in place. They weren't working too well, so I bought a new set of those. Those are kind of expensive. Those were, I think, about 70 bucks for the pair. Now this one here is a brand new one. I only put the one in the driver's side because the passenger side one still worked. So there's one new one here and one old one. So all this stuff goes with the car, like I said, you know, when I sell it. And so that's all that. All right, let's go inside for a minute. I'll show you inside the back seat here. I mean, this car, as I said yesterday, showed you guys last night on the other video, it's got 48,000 miles on it. Here's the rear driver's side door. You know, you can see how nice that door panel is. And again, of course, I tinted the windows. You know, all the windows are tinted because I like the dark tint to protect the interiors. So there's the rear seat. I don't know how much this thing's been used or sat in, but it's pretty clean. I'm gonna turn my light on here so you guys can see a little better. All right, there we go. So it's got a floor mat in it now, a rubber floor mat, which was cheaper than carpet back then. So, but it's kind of shown its age up in the front. I'll show you that. But so that's why I got the carpet. I thought it would look nicer. There's the seat. The back seat's real nice. The back of it's not damaged at all. There's the package tray. It's, you know, it's a little rough, but I mean, it's 60 years old, so you know, what do you expect? But there's the headliner up there. You can see how nice that looks from this side. There's a little hole or split in it up there where the visor, probably somebody pushed up on the visor too hard and split it right there, but I mean, considering it's 60 years old, it's not bad. The back of the front seat, that's real nice shape, as you can see. All right, let's go up front here. When I got these door edge guards, I bought a set of those and put on it on all 4 doors, just so they're stainless steel. They're not the junky plastic ones you can buy now. Okay, now here's the front. There's the front driver's door panel. As you can see, is real nice. And that piece of trim that I showed you guys in the back there, it's this chrome piece around here. So this is a new one, and it's got gauge. It's got you know, just set of plain Jane gauges here, 48,632 miles. You know, just got your idiot lights around, and then your oil or your fuel level. Sorry. He deleted the radio. He didn't want that, I guess. So I guess he took that out. And then we got the ashtray, which you don't see in cars anymore. It's kind of funny. I believe the lighter's in the glove box. I'm not sure. We got a bunch of stuff in there. I don't know. I'll have to go through it and see what's in there. So here's the dash. The dash is metal. So that was kind of nice back in the day. They made metal dashes on these cars. So, you know, you don't have to worry about the vinyl peeling off. But as you can see, it's in super nice shape. Good condition. And here's the front floor mat. As you can see, it's kind of torn right here. You know, it's falling apart. Torn down here. There's a piece missing. So it needs a little work, but that's what the carpet's for, right? Here's your emergency brake. You pull out on it like that to set it, and then you twist it, and it goes in. So that's how you set your emergency brake on this car. Kind of cool. And again, like I showed you on the old truck yesterday, this car here is has spent most of its life inside. As you can see, the steering wheel, for being 60 years old, there's no cracks in it. It's in really good shape, really nice, really good looking steering wheel. I like it. Okay, what else can I show you? All right, oh, by the way, I said I put a 6-blade fan in it. There that is. You can see that right there, 6-bladed fan. So I think it just helps it cool a little better in the hot weather. All right, let me turn my light off here. We don't need it outside. Okay, there we go. All right, now it's got a metal grill in it, and these headlight rings, this grill, are all in really excellent condition. A lot of these things got damaged back in the day because people would drive on gravel or whatever and they get chips in them, but I mean, these are in really good condition and they're real nice. I did put halogen headlights in it, so they're in it. They're a little brighter than the standard headlights were. But this trim work up here, this bright trim, is really nice. And we'll walk around here, look at the exterior of the car. I will tell you guys that the paint on this thing, again, isn't perfect. You know, it's got some imperfections in it, and somebody added this stick-on trim to it, I guess, to protect from door dings, which is probably a good idea. I mean, it's kept it nice because it doesn't have a lot of door dings in it. But as you can see, again, down here, rocker panels, the doors, all that. There's that new mirror I was telling you about. It's got little. All right, guys, I'm back out here again. My GoPro stopped on me, so I've got to finish this video. We're going to give it a shot here. Hopefully it'll stay running. All right, so what I was telling you guys is talking about these mirrors. I replaced this thing. I told you guys this thing only had one mirror. Here's the other mirror, the new mirrors. It's got the little Chevrolet bow tie sign on it. It's kind of nice looking. Anyhow, we'll walk down here. I'll show you guys the exterior of the car. Passenger doors, you know, they're both pretty nice. Even these door handles, I mean, for being 60 years old, they look really good. As far as I know, they've never been replaced, but they're nice. I mean, this thing's been kept inside most of its life, so. And you can tell by looking at it. I mean, there's the rocker panel. You know, you can see how nice that looks. Bottom of the fender, front of the fender. I mean, this thing's just, the paint's not perfect on it. It's got some imperfections in it, but I mean, there's no rust in it. There's one place I'm going to show you guys on the entire car that I found. One place it's got rust on it. I'll show that to you. Here's the rear fender, lower part of the fender, the fender well, you know, I mean, just really, really good shape. And the roof up there on the passenger side here, you can see that looks pretty nice. Here's a little spottiness in the paint right there. You know, it's got a few rough spots on it. The trunk lid here, you can see it right there. There's a few rough spots. The trunk's probably one of the worst things of the two, of the body. You can see, you know, there's some rough spots on it. But I mean, guys, this paint's 60 years old. You know, for being 60 years old, this is in pretty good shape. And like I said, it's only original once, so you know, I haven't done anything to it. I'm not going to. I would prefer somebody leave it original, you know. But like I said, you can put that little 6-cylinder in it that I got. You'll see that in my next video. I'll talk about that. Here up on the roof, it's kind of hard to see. Let me get around here. I don't know if you guys can see this right here. The paint's a little rough there, but again, it's minor stuff, you know, nothing major. Right here You can see where the gasoline, when someone's filling it up, the gasoline stained the paint. Not too bad, but you know, it is what it is. Here's a little spot there. Again, just trying to be honest with you guys, showing you what I got. You know, little roughness right there. But you know, this car for what it is, for being 60 years old, is pretty nice shape. It's a 63, same year I was born, so it's 58, I guess. You want to get picky, but whatever, you know. Pretty close. And on the hood, you know, there's a few little rough spots here on the hood there. You can see right there, there's a little bit, you know. But, you know, not bad for what it is. You know, even these emblems, I mean, they're in real nice shape. And, of course, like I said, the bright work is really good. Now, here's the one spot of rust I was telling you guys. These things are notorious for rusting. The front of the fenders here. When I saw this, the paint was bubbling a little bit, and I immediately took the rust out of it. I got underneath of it, wire brushed it, treated it with rust killer, and then I sprayed clear paint on the top. So it's not going to get any worse than it is now. You know, it's an easy fix. You could take us to a body shop. They could patch a piece of metal in there or fiberglass it, whatever, and you know, blend the paint to match. But you know, the paint's not perfect, so maybe whoever buys it might want to do a whole new paint job on it. I don't know. I mean, if I was going to keep it, I probably would, just because it's such a nice car. You know, but I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with this car. So I'm curious. You guys tell me, what do you think this car is worth? I'm just kind of wondering, you know, what everybody's opinion is. I mean, you'll see the rest of the video. You'll see the rest of the video. The car is, you know, in really good shape, and I'm just curious what people think a car like this might be worth. So you guys tell me. Comment down below. Tell me what you think a car like this would go for. You know, but so this is the video. This is the second part of the video. You guys got any questions? Feel free to ask me. I can tell you whatever you need to know about the car. Oh, I didn't get to show you underneath the back. That was on the second video as well, or the first video that cut out on me. I was videoing and I didn't even know it was shut off. So that shows you how much I know about videoing and GoProing, you know. But I'm learning. I'm getting better at it. Let's go under here. So, you can see. Let me get my light turned on. There we go. You can see I got a new set of rear air shocks on it. And new there's the one on the passenger side, of course, and new rear wheel cylinders. You can see the bleeder screws up there. I don't know how well you can see those, but they're up there. New brakes, all new brakes in the front and back. I think I got new wheel cylinders on the front if I remember right too. Of course, it's got new hoses, like I said, front and back. And I put these shackles on it. I like that look, that kind of a raked look, and it's got the single leaf spring. We call that the mono leaf, if you haven't heard of that before. But a single spring is called a mono leaf. So, you know, these shackles, I didn't raise them as high as they would go because I didn't want it to look, you know, crazy. So, and I'll show you. Here's the trunk drop downs. Hopefully you guys can see those okay. And back in there. And as you can see again, just like you're going to see the rest of the car. There's up inside the fender well. I mean, this car is just in really good shape. There's the floor pan underneath the trunk. You know, across here, you can see all that. It's in really good shape. And we'll get around here. And we'll go up in here. There's the driver's side fender well, that you guys can see up in there, hopefully. And the trunk drop down again, all the way to the back bumper. You know, it's just, there's no rust anywhere on this car. I showed you the one spot of rust in the front fender, and the other fender's not rusted, just the driver's side for some reason. But again, you can see, you know, this car's had a coat of undercoating sprayed on it, so that's probably one reason why it's been so nice. But of course, with only 48,000 miles on it, you know, it's a low mileage car, and it's been kept inside the majority of its life. So, you know, there's I love this old the old emblems on these cars. They were all metal. You know, they use plastic today, and of course, after a couple of years, it starts, you know, fading away and looking like crap. This car looked like it might have been sold in St. Joseph at one point in its life. But anyhow, it's just a cool old car. You know, you don't see stuff like this anymore. I mean, these old emblems, if they were plastic, they'd be long gone. You know, you won't see a car 70 years from now. You won't see a car that's new today be around anymore. I mean, they'll all be gone. You know, a car like this is hard to find, especially in this good a shape. And I know some people don't like 4 doors, but I do, and they're a lot more affordable than a 2-door, you know. And I will say that I've driven this car. I've probably put 1,000, 2,000 miles on it since I owned it, and every time I drive it, people give me thumbs up. I stop at a gas station, people come over and talk to me about it. You know, they don't care if it's 4 doors or not. 4-door cars are very common today. Heck, you can buy a Hellcat that's a 4-door. It's got 700 horsepower, so you know, they're pretty much accepted now. And I like them. I think they're cool. I've got several 4 doors. And in my next video, I'm probably going to drag the Matador up here to my house and do some work on it. I'll show you guys how I do things on it, because it needs some work before I sell it. So that's probably going to be my next project. So anyhow, I'm going to jack it up and show you guys the underneath side, but I got to get my jack out and all that. So all right, guys, that's the exterior of the car. I appreciate you watching. Please subscribe to my channel. And, you know, if you want to, you can hit the like and, you know, the bell or whatever. I don't know. I'm not trying to get famous off this. I just like doing it. It's fun. Anyhow, hope you like my 63 Nova Chevy 2. And I'll see you later on. Thanks for watching. Bye. All right, guys, we're back here with the Nova. I got it up in the air. Got my cardboard creeper again. We're going to take a quick look underneath of it. My battery's going dead on my GoPro, so I'm going to do it pretty quickly. Get my cardboard creeper in line here. All right. Here we go. Get my light turned on. Get off. There we go. Okay. All right, here's the driver's side floor pan on this car, and as you guys can see, all the way back to the rear axle, there's the inside. Here's the subframe. This car here, of course, was unibody. There's the new power steering, what do they call that? Can't remember. Slave cylinder, I guess you could call it, that activates the power steering. And there's the cylinder. That's the valve. Sorry, that's the valve, and that's the cylinder. Okay, so that's all new. Like I said, there's your new brake hoses. But as you can see, this side here, let's show you the rocker panels. There they are, all the way down on the driver's side. And like I said, it's just real clean. Here, I'll show you the outside. Here's the underside of the rocker panels. As you guys can see, there's no rust anywhere in it. So it's in good shape. It's got a little power glide in it. I don't know if you can see that very well or not. It's a little dirty too, probably needs cleaned up. I did put a shift kit in it, like I said, and put a change of fluid, so it's good to go. It just got a single muffler, of course. It's a 6-cylinder. So there's the passenger side. I'll go around there and show you that. There's your air shocks. You can see those in there. So, all right, let's go around the other side real quick before my battery goes dead. Okay. All right, go around over here. Cardboard creeper down. You guys call this a cardboard creeper? Tell me what you call it. I'm just curious, what do you guys call this? I call it a cardboard creeper. And I think probably everybody's got one, just an old box opened up, you know. They come in handy when you're working on cars on jack stands, and I've done that most of my life. So I do have a lift in my shop, but I'm not in my shop, so we're using the cardboard creeper today. All right, guys, this is the passenger side. And again, this one, there's your brand new U-joints in it, and I put those in it. There's the passenger side rear end shock, spring perch. There's the floor pan, the passenger side. Again, you can see how nice it is. There's a little bit of surface rust right here, but that's all it is surface rust. I mean, you rub that off with a wire brush and it'll clean right up. Now we're up into the wheel well. You can see up in there, you know, passenger side wheel well. The driver's side is just as nice. I'm not going to show all this to you because, you know, it's the same on both sides. New brake hose, like I said. And there's your starter. There's your Paraglide transmission again. She's a little dirty, but you know, it's got 48,000 miles on it. So here's something unique about this car. Didn't have lines going to the from the transmission to the radiator to cool the transmission. It's got an opening in the inspection cover here, and it blows air through there and cools the catalytic, or not the catalytic, the torque converter. The torque converter that cools the torque converter as the air blows through there, and that's what cools the transmission fluid. So that's kind of a unique feature on these older cars. You don't see it anymore. There's your subframe assembly. Again, unibody, of course. And this one here is kind of strange. It's got the shocks above the upper A arm. Most of them have shocks and springs. Most of them have in between the upper and lower control arms. But on the '63 Nova, and probably the later years too, it's got the spring on top of the upper control arm. That was how the unibody was designed. Mustang was the same way. Alright, here's the rocker panel on the passenger side, inner fender. As you can see in there, there's nothing in there, and it's just nice and clean. And we'll run down so you guys see the rocker panel on the inside. See how nice that looks. All the way down to the back. Here we'll even go right there. You can see that's right in front of the rear tire. You can see there's no rust there. It's just, I mean, this car's actually in better shape than that truck is. But I'm not even asking as much for it as I am the truck. So if you guys want a nice little car, this would be a great car. You can see, I don't know if you can see back there very well, but you can see the sitting unit back there in the gas tank that's new. Set up with that in there, new fuel lines and all that. And here's the rocker panel on the outside. There it is. And you can see, guys, I mean, there's not even any bubbling in the paint. There's nothing. This car is a great platform for somebody. I mean, you can leave it as is, drive it. That's probably what I would do. Because like I always say, they're only original once, you know. But there's the underside of the car. You guys can see all that. And that's pretty much it for this video. It's going to be a little shorter. But hope you guys like my channel. I hope you like my cars. If any of you are interested in buying one, you know, like I said, give me a shout. We'll work something out. I've got several more I'm going to sell. Quite a few more, actually. But some of them I got to do work too, so I'll maybe do a video on them when I'm working on them so you guys can see that. But again, this is just a real nice, clean car. It's been well taken care of. You know, it hasn't been beat on because it's a little 6-cylinder. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to tell you guys. You're probably wondering why I got the timing gear assembly, and the lifters in the trunk. I've got another engine for this car. It's also a 6-cylinder. It's a 250, and I was thinking about putting it in there. It probably needs rebuilt, but it's a good, complete engine. But along with that engine, I also have a brand new head that's been rebuilt, and I've got a header, a 4-barrel intake manifold, and stuff like that. So you know, if I can get a fair price out of this, if I can get my asking price out of it, I'll throw all that stuff in for you guys. You could, you know, you wouldn't really change it much by putting a bigger 6-cylinder in it. You could always keep the original engine, and that way if you decided to sell it and, you know, someone wanted to convert it back to original, they could put the 6-cylinder back in it and it'd bolt right in. So, you know, that was an easy swap I was going to do. You know, if you put a V8 in it, you got to do a whole bunch of work to it, and I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to chop it up. I wanted to leave it original. But, you know, if the price is right between you and me or whoever buys it, then I'll throw that engine and all those extra parts in for free. You know, that's probably over $1,000 worth of stuff I got that I'm going to give you. So, you know, and you could build a hot little 250 6-cylinder, which if you look at 12-bolt Tom online, look up 12-bolt Tom. He's up in Iowa. He knows all about them 6-cylinders, and he can make them put out 300-400 horsepower. So, and if you want to turbo it, they can put out 500 or 600 horsepower. So, you know, you can get quite a bit of power with a little 6-cylinder. Don't be surprised. But anyhow, and with the Powerglide, it would run really good behind this car. You know, and if I can't sell it, maybe I'll end up doing that myself. I don't know. We'll see. But anyhow, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. You guys have a good day. It's starting to rain on me. I guess I just barely got it done then. All right. Well, you guys have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye.